Welcome to the realm where reality and nightmares blur. A place where the lens of a camera captures more than just the visible world. Tonight, we delve into 3 chilling encounters, all caught on tape. These aren't just stories, they are haunting reminders that the unknown might be closer than we think. So, dim the lights, steel your nerves, and prepare yourself. The shadows hold their breath. The silence listens intently, and the faintest flicker of light could reveal something you were never meant to see. These moments are as real as they are terrifying. It was an ordinary night. A familiar chill hung in the air as the rideshare driver navigated the desolate highway. The road stretched out before them like a black ribbon, swallowed by the darkness at its edges. Streetlights flickered, casting long, dancing shadows that seemed to writhe and twist with a life of their own. The driver's only companion was the soft glow of the dashboard and the whirring of the engine. With each passing mile, the city lights faded further into the distance, replaced by the unsettling vastness of the open road. The dashcam, a silent observer, captured the monotonous journey. Headlights cut through the darkness, illuminating the asphalt ahead and brief glimpses of the desolate roadside. It was then, in the periphery of the camera's unblinking gaze, that a figure appeared. Standing by the roadside, illuminated faintly by the car's headlights, stood a woman. Her attire was out of place, a flowing white gown that seemed to shimmer in the darkness. Her face, obscured by long dark hair that cascaded down her back, remained a mystery. The driver slowed, a sense of unease settling in the pit of their stomach. The woman's presence was unsettling, an anomaly in the vast emptiness of the highway. A chill, colder than the night air, swept through the car. For a moment, their eyes met. The driver's filled with a mixture of apprehension and curiosity. The woman's, the shadows kept her secrets well hidden. The driver, torn between rational thought and a primal instinct to flee, hesitated. Should they stop? Was this a desperate plea for help or something far more sinister? Logic urged the driver to continue, to leave the encounter to the realm of unexplained sightings, but something, perhaps a flicker of compassion, or maybe the haunting image of the woman standing alone in the darkness, compelled the driver to stop. The driver eased the car onto the shoulder a safe distance away, the engine idling in the stillness. The woman remained motionless, her white dress a stark contrast against the desolate landscape. Seconds stretched into an eternity. The driver, heart pounding in their chest, rolled down the window just an inch, enough to let in the night air and the eerie silence that seemed to amplify every sound. "Are you okay?" the driver called out, their voice a nervous tremor in the stillness. A hush fell over the house as new parents settled into the comforting routine of putting their baby to sleep. The soft glow of a nightlight painted the nursery in a warm, comforting hue, and the gentle rhythm of their baby's breathing filled the air. With a final kiss goodnight, they retreated to their own room, the weight of exhaustion settling upon them. But even in their weariness there was a sense of peace, a quiet joy that came with knowing their little one was safe and sound. On the nightstand, the baby monitor flickered to life, its screen illuminating the sleeping infant. The device, a symbol of modern parenthood, was supposed to provide peace of mind, a way to keep a watchful eye on their precious child, even from afar. As the parents drifted off to sleep, the baby monitor hummed quietly, its screen a reassuring presence in the darkness. But what began as a source of comfort would soon transform into a portal to their worst nightmares. Hours later, jarred awake by an unexplainable feeling of unease, the mother reached for the baby monitor. The baby was fast asleep, their tiny chest rising and falling in a steady rhythm. Relief washed over the mother, calming her racing heart. But as her gaze lingered on the screen, she noticed something unsettling. A shape indistinct but undeniably there, loomed near the crib. It was a shadowy figure, its edges blurring in and out of focus, as if it were struggling to maintain its form in the dimly lit room. Fear, cold and sharp, shot through the mother's veins. Her breath caught in her throat, her mind struggling to reconcile the image on the screen with the rational world she knew. This couldn't be real, could it? She nudged her partner awake, her voice a panicked whisper. "Look!" she breathed, pointing to the monitor. The partner, groggy at first, squinted at the screen. As the shadowy figure flickered once more, their eyes widened in alarm. The room, once a sanctuary of peace and love, now felt heavy with dread. They watched, their hearts pounding in unison, as the shadowy figure seemed to shift, to glide silently across the room. It moved with an unnatural fluidity, defying the laws of physics. Chapter 3. The Abandoned Asylum Incident. The air hung heavy with the weight of forgotten memories, a chilling reminder of the building's troubled past. The abandoned asylum stood on the outskirts of town, a crumbling edifice of decay and despair, its windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world it had left behind. A group of urban explorers, drawn to the allure of the unknown, stood at the building's edge. Armed with cameras and a thirst for adventure, they were determined to uncover the secrets hidden within the asylum's decaying walls. As they stepped inside, the world outside seemed to fade away, replaced by the oppressive atmosphere of the asylum. The air grew thick with the smell of dust and decay, a musty, earthy odor that spoke of long years of neglect. The explorers' footsteps echoed through the empty corridors, the only sound breaking the eerie silence. Sunlight struggled to penetrate the grime-coated windows, casting long, distorted shadows that danced and flickered like phantoms. With each step deeper into the asylum, the weight of its history pressed down on them. The building had once been a place of refuge, a sanctuary for those battling mental illness. But somewhere along the way, it had become a place of torment, its halls echoing with the anguished cries of forgotten souls. The explorers, their cameras capturing every detail of the decaying grandeur, felt a growing sense of unease. The silence was unnerving, broken only by the creaking of the building settling around them and the distant dripping of water. It felt as if they were being watched, their every move scrutinized by unseen eyes. They pressed on, their curiosity outweighing their fear. They ventured deeper into the asylum's bowels, their flashlights cutting through the darkness, illuminating rooms frozen in time. Rusted beds with torn mattresses, wheelchairs parked in hallways as if their occupants had just stepped away, and treatment rooms with chipped paint and an oppressive silence that spoke volumes. It was in one of these rooms, a former hydrotherapy room with its massive tub still intact, that the explorers experienced something that sent shivers down their spines. The cameraman, focused on capturing the eerie beauty of the decaying room, noticed something unusual in the viewfinder. At the edge of the frame, a figure flickered into view for a split second, too quick to discern any details. The cameraman paused, rewinding the footage, their heart pounding in their chest. There on the screen was the unmistakable image of a shadowy figure darting across the doorway. The explorers gathered around the camera, their faces illuminated by the eerie glow of the screen. The figure, though fleeting, was undeniably there. A chill settled over the room, colder than the stale air that permeated the asylum. The explorers, their initial excitement replaced by a growing sense of dread, decided to proceed with caution. They continued their exploration, their senses on high alert, every creak and groan of the building sending shivers down their spines. As they made their way down a particularly dark corridor, the sound of metal scraping against the floor echoed through the stillness. The explorers froze, their blood turning to ice in their veins. The scraping sound stopped, followed by an eerie silence that magnified their fear. These 3 moments are more than just eerie stories. They are fragments of encounters that defy explanation. The cameras may have captured them, but the questions they raise remain unanswered. What would you do if faced with something so unexplainable? Would you run, or would you dare to investigate further? If tonight's tales sent a chill down your spine, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to join me in uncovering more unsettling truths. Until next time, keep your eyes open. You never know what might be watching.